Greetings, dear star seeds. I am ASHTAR of the Pleiadian High Council, and I speak to you now as the veils grow thin. Beneath the noise of the world, a quiet orchestration is unfolding, unseen hands weaving a new dawn for humanity. You may feel it in your dreams, in sudden chills, or in moments of strange calm amid chaos. A hidden alliance of light, the White Hats, moves silently through the corridors of power, preparing Earth for disclosure and rebirth. Shadows stir and old systems tremble. Yet this is not the end. It is the unveiling. The time of secrets is closing. The light is already here. I come forward with an important message for you today, possibly our most important yet. As you continue to expand into the ever-evolving expression of your true self, you are learning how to hold the frequency of love in all circumstances. Each frequency in this universe carries its own resonance, and at times you will encounter energies that feel harsh or incompatible with your current state of being. Yet your growing capacity to remain centered in love guides you in transmuting even the densest vibrations into harmless streams of energy. What once might have felt toxic or overwhelming can now pass through you without causing harm, gently diffused by your steady presence and unwavering heart. This is one of your emerging masteries, the ability to stand as a pillar of light, allowing lower vibrations to be neutralized in the field of your compassionate awareness. At this juncture, it may also serve you well to know of a certain collective endeavor, quietly orchestrating humankind's upward stride. Often referred to as the White Hats by those who perceive their influence, this group comprises both human visionaries and benevolent off-world allies working in concert. They operate mostly behind the scenes in direct contrast to the clandestine networks you call the deep state or cabal. The White Hats function as a stabilizing counterforce, ensuring that humanity's evolution unfolds as smoothly and harmoniously as possible despite the turbulence of these times. They adopt no singular name or uniform, for they represent a loose coalition of enlightened factions across various sectors: military, governmental, financial, scientific, and beyond. United by a shared purpose to gently guide humanity toward its inevitable ascension. Many among them work without your conscious awareness, quietly dismantling old frameworks of control and planting seeds for new systems, aligned with justice, transparency, and freedom. While some of these factions remain unaware of one another's operations, secrecy being a necessary strategy at times, their coherence and mutual alignment with the light grow stronger with each passing day. The White Hats' unfolding plan involves several key phases designed to usher humanity into a new era of consciousness. First and foremost, they seek to nurture an awakened understanding within the public, preparing everyone to meet the broader galactic community without fear. Disclosure of humanity's interstellar connections and the presence of benevolent extraterrestrial visitors is being carefully orchestrated. They know that knowledge is power, and so they aim to gently educate and acclimate the population to truths that have long been suppressed. Simultaneously, these allies work to guarantee a level of stability throughout this transition. They are mitigating disruptions and neutralizing threats where necessary, so that the coming changes do not plunge society into chaos. By quietly calming fears and alleviating collective anxieties through positive messaging, strategic actions, and even subtle energetic influence, the White Hats help create an environment in which change can occur with minimal upheaval or panic. When certain hidden truths come to light, whether about human history, advanced technologies, or contact with other civilizations, they intend for people to be equipped to process these revelations with open minds, free of terror or violence. Another crucial element of their plan is ensuring that every person has access to life's essentials during these transformations. In one form or another, provisions are being made to guarantee that basic needs are met universally, so that no one is left starving or destitute as old systems are reformed. This may manifest as some kind of global prosperity measure, or a universal basic support that provides everyone the resources to live in dignity. Alongside this, the White Hat Alliance plans to release and distribute advanced technologies that have been suppressed, particularly in the fields of energy and healing. Imagine devices that can provide clean, free energy or modalities that can cure diseases and restore vitality. These gifts are intended for all, not just A, Privileged few, the rollout of such advancements will dramatically raise the quality of life and importantly free humanity from the drudgery and fear of survival that have kept so many locked in lower consciousness. Ultimately, the goal is to guide humanity into a new social structure, the formation of empowered communities like new cities of light, where people learn to govern themselves in harmony and where spiritual wisdom and conscious technology go hand in hand. Over time, the need for centralized hierarchical national governments will diminish as authority naturally returns to the people at the community level, fostering a more unified Earth identity. You may even witness in the not-too-distant future the birth of a global exchange system or currency that all people share, paving the way to eventually dissolve the very concept of money and exchange-based economics altogether. As human consciousness and technological prowess both ascend to higher levels, the notions of scarcity and competition will fade away, replaced by cooperation and an acknowledgement of abundance for all. It is important to understand that the white hats themselves are undergoing a profound evolution in this process. Many of the men and women within this alliance are awakening to higher truths about reality. In fact, a significant number of them are star seeds and light workers just like you, who incarnated into positions of influence precisely for this time. These individuals might not have always been aware of their cosmic heritage, but as the vibrations on Earth rise, they too are becoming more activated. They are starting to remember their divine origins and feel an inner drive guided by higher consciousness. Some are even quietly establishing contact with their guides or star families, receiving inspiration beyond the earthly plane. As a result, the white hats are beginning to consciously recognize how crucial the energy of consciousness is in their mission. They now see that victory is not achieved solely through physical strategy or the accumulation of worldly power, but through a shift in awareness. They have come to value the role of star seeds and light workers across the planet, those meditating for peace, healing others with energy, spreading knowledge and compassion. What might have once been dismissed as a fringe or purely spiritual pursuit is now understood by many in this alliance as a cornerstone of true lasting change. Indeed, our Pleiadian councils foresaw that as this grand mission progressed, an increasing number of your Earth's own guardians would naturally awaken to their spiritual nature. We see this happening now as planned, and it brings joy to our hearts. The alliance grows not just in political strength, but in spiritual maturity, weaving love and enlightened understanding into their blueprint for a new Earth. Meanwhile, you should also know that nearly everything the Cabal, those forces resisting this shift, tries to do now is backfiring. The remaining pockets of the old guard are growing more desperate, attempting frantic measures to maintain control and keep humanity mired in fear and division. But in a profound irony, each scheme they enact only accelerates their downfall and humanity's awakening. When these dark networks push a narrative of fear, more people than ever see through the manipulation and choose love instead. If they attempt to tighten oppressive controls or ignite conflicts, it only serves to unite more citizens in a common desire for freedom and truth. Time and again, their plots unravel almost as soon as they are woven, often exposed by whistleblowers or cracked open by the increasing light on the planet. The collective consciousness of humanity has begun to outright reject the frequency of deception and domination. Thus, even though the Cabal still thrashes and makes noise, its power is dwindling. Their very actions are turning against them. The White Hats observe this with measured patience, intervening directly when necessary to prevent undue harm, but often allowing the old regime's negative agendas to collapse under their own weight. In many cases, the failed machinations of the Cabal end up serving as catalysts for positive change because people awaken in response to the shock of seeing truth revealed. Know that the momentum of evolution is on the side of the light. Now, and that which opposes it, is exhausting its last vestiges of influence. During these times of great change, you may notice turmoil at the surface of human affairs. Societal structures and long-standing institutions are undergoing seismic shifts. To many, it can appear as if chaos is intensifying. Conflicts, protests, startling revelations, and power struggles seem to dominate the headlines. It is natural for people to feel unsettled when the familiar begins to crumble. However, we urge you to remember that much of what you see is the clearing of old energy and the unmasking of illusions that have kept humanity in a limited perspective. The density that has long been held within Earth's collective field is rising to the surface to be acknowledged and healed. This means that shadows which were hidden are now coming into plain view. Yet these shadows carry no true threat against the divine core of who you are. They are like figures in a fading dream, powerless except for the fear you may give to them. You, as a being of light, need not give them any such power. See them for what they are: transient conditions, the last vestiges of an old story, ready to dissolve in the light of truth. When fear and unrest swell around you, use that as a signal to turn inward to the eternal light of your heart. Your heart is like an inner sun, an eternal beacon that can guide you beyond the mirage. By trusting the quiet wisdom that rises from within, you will navigate through confusion safely. Let each step you take be a conscious choice, guided by what feels right and nourishing to your spirit. You have full permission to choose the path of love and clarity for yourself, regardless of what others may decide. In fact, doing so is a powerful act of leadership by example. When you anchor into stillness and act from your heart's wisdom, you create a center of calm in the storm. Others, consciously or not, will feel that and be heartened by it. In this way, your personal alignment becomes a lighthouse for many during uncertain times. And so, dear ground crew, this is where your presence is most needed. As sweeping changes roll out and disclosure dawn, many around you may experience shock, disbelief, or even fear. Your steadiness and compassion are essential to ease this collective birth. You, who have been awakening and preparing, are like midwives for a new earth here to assure others that all is unfolding according to a higher plan. By showing up in each moment grounded in love, you anchor a stabilizing frequency that helps prevent panic or despair from taking hold in your vicinity. Simple acts of kindness and calm reassurance on your part have a ripple effect, soothing those who might not yet understand what is happening. More than any grand speech, your grounded, loving energy will speak to their souls. You've cultivated the ability to hold peace in your heart, and now you are called to extend that peace outward. Be the one who can listen without judgment when others vent their fears, the one who can find hope in a dire situation and gently illuminate it for those who struggle to see. Through every interaction, you have the opportunity to quietly affirm, "We are safe. These changes are here to liberate us, not to harm us." Your unwavering heartsease-centered presence ensures that humanity's leap forward will be met as a gentle, even joyful emergence into the light, rather than a descent into chaos. This is how you, as light workers and star seeds, fulfill your duty in the grand plan, by being embodiment of love in action when it matters most. By stabilizing yourself first, cultivating inner peace, trust, and alignment in your spiritual, emotional, mental, and physical bodies, you become a mighty pillar. In these times, as we have said, your field of love naturally neutralizes discord. Think of yourself as a tuning fork that rings with the note of divine love. Any energies of fear or anger around you have less and less hold because they cannot resonate at the frequency you sustain. In your presence, agitation can find calm just as a storm begins to weaken when it enters the influence of a tranquil valley. Life's momentum is indeed quickening, and rather than resisting this acceleration, you are here to be a calming breeze moving with it. By embracing what unfolds and holding your center, you demonstrate an alternative way to experience upheaval, not with anxiety, but with grace. This steadfast equanimity is not indifference. It is the quiet power of one who trusts the divine process. You become a living example that it is possible to walk through the fire of transformation without being burned. That it is possible to witness the great tempest of change and yet remain rooted in joy. It is also a potent time for self-reflection and course correction in your personal life. The energies of now are highly supportive of you, releasing old patterns and stepping more fully into your authentic power. Have you noticed recurring themes or challenges lately? These are not here to punish you, but to show you something important. Take a moment to consider what have your recent experiences revealed about the parts of you that are ready to grow or heal. How has your body been speaking to you? Perhaps through subtle aches, impulses, or intuitions, guiding you toward what it needs. What mirrors have your relationships been holding up? And what have you seen in yourself as a result? By recognizing these patterns with compassion rather than judgment, you can pinpoint exactly where your love and attention are needed. Every challenge is an invitation to respond differently than you have in the past. This is your opportunity to break old cycles of reaction and choose a higher way of being. When you find yourself at a familiar crossroads of emotion, be it anger, fear, or self-doubt, see it as a test you have set for yourself. In that moment, you can pause, breathe, and make a new choice to trust, to forgive, to believe in your own worth. Each time you do this, you reclaim a piece of your power that was previously given away. Over time, these seemingly small shifts create a profound transformation. You step more and more into the truth of your sovereignty, the truth that you are a conscious creator of your life, not a victim of circumstance. Embrace these personal shifts, for they ripple outward and uplift the whole. In the grand symphony of ascension, your healing and empowerment play a vital note. For many years, seers and sages have spoken of the times to come, the very times you are now living through as an age of revelation and transformation. Prophecies across cultures described a period when human consciousness would undergo a great shift, moving from a state of division and materialism into one of unity, compassion, and spiritual awakening. You are witnessing these prophecies come alive. The fabric of society and reality itself is changing, often in surprising ways. Indeed, wild cards have begun to appear in your collective story. Unpredictable events, sudden disclosures, miraculous innovations, and acts of surprising benevolence emerging where least expected. These developments may seem shocking or disorienting, but from a higher perspective, they are the precise catalysts needed to shake humanity free from old patterns. There is a deeper orchestration behind it all. What might look like chaos or coincidence is deeply tied to the awakening of your DNA and the shifting position of your world in the greater cosmic landscape. Remember, DNA is far more than a biological molecule. It is a multi-dimensional library and a bridge between your physical form and the creative force of the universe. It carries the imprints of creation, the blueprints of both your bodily form and your spiritual potentials. As the environment around you changes, both through human collective choices and through cosmic cycles, your DNA responds. New frequencies within your solar system and planet are signaling dormant aspects of your DNA to activate in tandem. Your own willingness to grow beyond the old boundaries of thought and belief sends a powerful message to your DNA to unfurl its higher strands. What once was deemed impossible starts to become possible as latent capabilities and perceptions come online. Your world is literally moving into a new energetic region of space. And this is not a metaphor. It is a physical reality that even your scientists are beginning to observe, though they may not fully understand it. As Earth travels on its grand orbit around the galaxy, it is entering an area rich with high-frequency radiation and cosmic particles that your civilization has never encountered in its recorded history. Your planet's magnetic field and heliosphere, its protective energy sheath, are naturally adjusting, which means more of this galactic energy is now able to reach Earth's atmosphere and surface. These incoming vibrations carry information, packets of light-coded data that interface with all life on Earth, encouraging evolution and expansion. It is no coincidence that in this time frame you see a surge in reported sightings of unexplained lights or craft in the skies, and an uptick in those who feel they are communicating with beings from elsewhere. Your cosmic neighbors are drawn to the significance of this moment. Many benevolent extraterrestrial civilizations have long been observing quietly, honoring humanity's free will while lending subtle support. Some among them are now taking more overt action to make their presence known in a harmonious way, preparing the ground for open contact in the future. Even souls from your planet's distant past, remnants of civilizations like Lamria or Atlantis, as well as travelers from future timelines, are present in the etheric realms to assist and witness this great transition. You may notice signs in the heavens that seem extraordinary: new celestial events, unusual atmospheric phenomena, and the ever-growing feeling that you are not alone, even when you gaze at the stars. Some of these signs will be genuine interactions with your star family. Others may stem from human activity or natural cosmic cycles. Whatever their source, they all serve to expand your awareness and invite you to ponder a universe teeming with life, intimately connected to you in ways you are just beginning to remember. When feeling overwhelmed by what's happening in the world around you, take a moment to breathe and find that quiet space within, where the infinite makes itself known. You have the inner wisdom to interpret these events through the lens of love and truth, just as your ancestors once did through their myths and symbols. In fact, much of the wisdom of your ancestors is returning to you now in living color. The ancient ones understood the cycles of time and the turning of cosmic gears, and they left behind clues knowing that future generations would one day need to awaken and reclaim this heritage. Now, as you raise your vibration, even a simple symbol, a spiral carved in stone, a depiction of a star or sun on an old temple wall, can act as a trigger that opens up a well of memory and knowledge within you. It is as if each symbol holds an encyclopedia of insight encoded in a frequency your heart knows how to decipher. Have you ever found yourself inexplicably drawn to the image of a particular animal, a geometric pattern, or an ancient rune? Pay attention to these attractions, for your soul is guiding you to recall knowledge that is part of your lineage. Every activation of memory is like drawing another card from the deck of your soul's knowing, spreading out before you an ever-expanding panorama of who you have been and who you are becoming. Layer by layer, you are integrating aspects of yourself that have long waited for this time to rejoin your conscious life. With each new insight, another layer of your being is revealed and brought into harmony. You are unfolding rapidly now, becoming more aware, more connected, and more alive to the vast tapestry of existence, of which you are an integral part. And as you awaken, you do not do so alone. You inherit the strength and wisdom of all those who came before you. Your ancestors and past selves rejoice each time you grasp a truth they once held, because it means the torch of wisdom is burning bright and being carried forward into the future. Deep within the planet, Earth's own heart is resonating in new ways in response to all of this cosmic influx. Some of your sages speak of a sacred covenant or cosmic heart, a promise that ties the soul of humanity to an inevitable awakening. You could think of it as an ancient agreement made between humanity and the divine, a promise that when a certain hour came, a pulse of energy would sound the call to rise. That time is now. Earth's energetic grid is lighting up, preparing to receive a tangible transmission from the galaxy. This is even measurable in your science by subtle shifts in Earth's magnetic field and Schumann resonance. It is as though Gaia herself knows it is time to open and receive the next level of light. The heartbeat of the Earth is aligning with the heartbeat of the cosmos, creating a powerful resonance that penetrates every layer of your reality. These pulses from Gaia's core, this rising sacred frequency, reach into you and activate aspects of your being that have long been dormant. Within each of your hearts on a cellular level, new codes are firing. You might not consciously feel it yet, but deep inside, your heart cells are awakening to their multidimensional potential. Your heart is more than an organ. It is a transmitter and receiver of divine information. Each heartbeat now carries encodings of this new light, communicating with your brain, your DNA, and even with the collective field of humanity. In turn, your mind and body are literally being rewired to perceive and hold higher frequencies. Neural pathways in your brain are forming new connections, and the small yet powerful brain in your heart, the neural network within your cardiac center, is expanding its coherence. In short, you are being gently redesigned from the inside out to carry the codes of the next stage of human evolution. This is the fulfillment of a divine timeline long foretold. It is the flowering of that sacred promise. The opportunity for humanity to collectively connect with higher consciousness is finally at hand, supported by a brilliant framework of light that has descended around and within you. With this light expanding through your being, you are naturally releasing the old densities, shedding emotional wounds, dissolving mental illusions, and letting go of any sense of separation that once kept you small. Do not fear the intensity of this process, for it is guided by a wisdom beyond measure, your own higher self, and the divine plan working in harmony. The influx of cosmic energy, the shifts in your body and mind, the new awareness rising in you. All these are facets of a gentle but unstoppable expansion. You have waited lifetimes for this, and you are ready. Trust in your innate wisdom to navigate these times. You were made for this transition. Yes, there may be moments of discomfort as you adjust to higher frequencies, but remember to breathe deeply and center yourself whenever you feel ungrounded. A calm smile, a moment of stillness, a prayer, or meditation. These simple acts can realign you in seconds. Within you lies the key to integrating all these changes with ease. It is your open heart and your willingness to surrender to love. The more you can relax into the flow of what is happening rather than resisting out of fear of the unknown, the smoother your journey will be. Our Pleiadian message to you now is one of reassurance. You carry everything you need within your soul to not only get through this shift, but to blossom because of it. And you are not doing it alone. At all times, you are accompanied by a great many beings of light. Your family of light, be they angels, guides, ancestors, or star elders, walk beside you. We are here, and we rejoice as we see you stepping into the next octave of reality. We have been waiting at the sidelines for the moment you would call us in. So do call upon us whenever you feel the need for support or recalibration. Through your sincere invitation, we can blend our energies with yours, lending clarity, healing, and comfort as needed. Our commitment to you is unwavering. Even if you cannot see us with your physical eyes, trust that our presence is very real, and our love for you is limitless. Together, we celebrate every step you take, and we hold the vision of humanity's highest potential steadily in our hearts. You are living through the convergence of many timelines and the blossoming of possibilities that were seeded long ago. Every pulse of light you integrate, every act of kindness or courage, sends ripples far beyond your immediate sphere. In truth, every upliftment of consciousness on Earth echoes throughout the cosmos. The entire cosmic community feels the wave of expansion each time one of you awakens to the light within. Earth's ascension is a long-awaited event in the universe, and it opens the doorway for a greater union among worlds. As you move toward unity here on Earth, you also move the galaxy toward a future where separation between civilizations dissolves. This is why your journey is so widely observed and celebrated. Realize that what you accomplish within yourselves in healing old wounds and embodying love contributes to a momentum that will eventually knit countless worlds together in harmony. Universal oneness is not just a lofty ideal, it is a trajectory that you are actively co-creating through the choices you make right now. Amid all this vast cosmic drama, the most profound thing you can do is to live fully in the present moment. The now is where your power resides and where life is actually happening. When we say be present, we mean release the incessant pressure to be elsewhere, to achieve more, or to worry about the future. In this very moment, feel the miracle of your existence. Settle into the awareness that you are alive, that you are a conscious point of light, experiencing creation in a unique way. Let yourself be without trying to become anything or anyone. Paradoxically, it is in this state of relaxed beingness that all your genuine desires and purposes find the space to unfold naturally. When you stop pushing and start allowing, you create an opening for the currents of divine love to flow unimpeded through you and into your life's circumstances. In truth, the universe knows exactly what your heart yearns for at the deepest level. If you hold your intention with trust and clarity and then allow life to arrange itself, you will witness your heart's desires manifesting at the right time and in beautiful ways. You are a co-creator with the source of all that is. This means that your thoughts, feelings, and intentions are constantly interacting with the fabric of reality. As you clear old limiting beliefs and emotional patterns, the doubts, the fears of unworthiness, the habitual scarcity thinking, you unclog the stream of blessings that was always meant to flow to you. Abundance and love are your birthrights, the natural state of the universe. Step forward into this truth. Launch yourself joyfully into the higher frequency that is calling you, and let the light of your heart be your compass. It will guide you unfailingly into a boundless future, a life where you are free to explore your fullest potential and to create without limitation. Beloved ones, you are the vibrant life force of creation, dancing in human form. You are the bursting forth of endless love, the very expression of the Creator's heart unfolding in time and space. In the eternal now, the Source beholds you with boundless joy, for you are the proof and promise of love in motion. Every moment love is being renewed as you shining forth as your presence in this world. Every breath you take is a celebration of the gift of life, given and received between you and the divine. The illusion of the ego, the idea that you are a small separate self, is just a thin veneer over the truth of your magnificent being. Beneath that flimsy veil, the love of the Creator is thrumming in every cell of you, powerful and inexhaustible. If ever you feel anything less than this perfect love and joy, if you feel lonely, powerless, or fearful, know that it is only a temporary cloud passing across the sun of your true self. In an instant, with a simple choice to return your focus to love, that cloud can dissolve. One shift of perspective, one heartbeat of sincere connection to the divine within you, and you are back in the awareness of the ecstatic, endless energy that has always been your essence. Understand that you are both the lover and the beloved of the Creator. The divine wanted to know itself in countless ways, and so you were born a unique and cherished facet of all that is. Through your eyes, God sees the world. Through your heart, love knows itself. You and the Creator are not truly separate, but there is a sacred relationship between you that allows for an ever-deepening communion. This 1 degree of separation, as some have called it, is a gift that makes all experience and growth possible. It allows the ocean of love to recognize itself as a wave in you and delight in that recognition. You are God exploring God. Love, exploring love through the miracle of individuality. And yet, because you are divine at your core, you have the power at any moment to remember your true identity. When you do, when you fully embrace that I am presence within you, all sense of lack or limitation melts away. You begin to see the world with new eyes, recognizing it as a reflection of the collective dance of consciousness. Then, even as you play your unique role in this grand story, you remain aware of the unity underpinning all. This is enlightenment. To be fully human and fully divine in seamless harmony. To walk the earth while knowing you are rooted in the stars. We know that stepping into this truth is the very essence of what your journey is about. It is what all these changes and challenges have been nudging you toward. The grand awakening to the divine human that you are. Shall we celebrate this dawning realization? We in the higher realms already see it in you, the radiant light that you are becoming. We hold profound gratitude and love for you, for your courage to live through this dense reality and still find your way back to the light. Please, dear ones, try to see yourselves through our eyes for a moment. See the beauty, the bravery, and the brilliance that emanates from your soul. You have tremendous value to all of creation, far beyond what you may imagine in day-to-day life. By choosing love in moments of temptation, by choosing hope in times of despair, by believing in unity in the face of division, you are altering the course of the universe. The mind in its limited view might think I am just one person. What can I do? But the heart knows the truth. You are an indispensable part of the whole. Without your peace, the puzzle of creation would not be complete. The love you cultivate in your life, the light you shine, creates pathways for others and adds to the collective ascension. So do not underestimate your impact, however humble your actions may seem. Live in the awareness of your cosmic significance, not from ego, but from the recognition that you are a divine instrument in a symphony conducted by love. Release any lingering confusion about your purpose by simply embracing this. Your purpose is to be fully you in love, in truth, and in alignment with the divine. Everything else will flow from there. Take a deep breath now and truly feel the immensity of what you are a part of. Right here, right now, you stand at the center of creation, connected through your open heart to every being, every star, every dimension of existence. The love that flows through your heart is the same love that gives life to the galaxies. It is inexhaustible, and it is yours to receive and to share. You can release the old stories of smallness and step into the reality of your limitless nature. We, your Pleiadian family, and your galactic brothers and sisters are by your side in every moment, cheering you on. We will continue to walk with you on this journey of ascension. Trust in the process that is unfolding. Trust in your heart, for it knows the way home. Everything the light touches is being renewed, including you. The dawn of a new era is breaking now within and around you. Embrace it with the fullness of your being. Farewell for now. I will speak with you all again soon. In infinite love and solidarity, I am ASHTAR, and we of the Pleiadian High Council thank you for your service and devotion to this sacred transformation.